roadworks down here at the bottom of the hill. Pretty rough apparently. They paint the word slow on the side of the road. Just on the outskirts of Lyndhurst on the North Flinders Ranges. And this is the thriving metropolis of Lyndhurst. Going to carry through here and go to Farina.
Turning right.
There's the old Ghan line. Travelled up through Lyndhurst. Travelling up the Birdsville track to Farina.
Not sure where I'm going there.
I think they've taken the high road. They're trying to get back on this road. The historical town of Farina. It used to be a stop on the Ghan line along the Birdsville track. It was established in 1878. I believe they've got an underground bakery here. A lot of these buildings around here have been partially restored. And over here we have the underground bakery. They still bake bread in here, but unfortunately it's not open at the moment, this time of year.
Thank you for caring. More than some people.
This was Granny Davy's cottage, what's left of it. She was the matriarch of the Patterson family, and it was a pretty basic cottage. This Granny Davies purchased the Transcontinental Hotel in 1945 and operated it as a popular boarding house. This was a Transcontinental Hotel. Would have been a beautiful building. The water tank for the steam engines. Back door. The cellar. This would have been underground water storage. Lots of old memories laying around here. You can camp here in a campground down by the creek. Old hinge. The hospital used to stand here, and it was first served by a Dr. Hosh, 6 months in 1893. In 1925, Sydney Kidman declared the building wasn't suitable for a hospital, too bloody hot. He bought the vacant Transcontinental Hotel and donated it to the District Trained Nurse Society, and it was operated as a hospital until 1945. Looks like a knife blade. Must have been a bloody big town. I remember as a kid using iPane of toothpaste. So this was the police station. Would have been quite a view in that bathtub. This used to be the blacksmith's shop. This used to be the post office. This was the Exchange Hotel. There's a big concern by the look of it. Wonder if it was two-storey. Because every hotel has a cellar. It's like it's some sort of a bottle top. And the Farina homestead. Pretty flush with a paved veranda. Stonemasonry was brilliant. This was Robert Moffat's house. The Moffat family contributed a lot to the early life in Farina. This building has significance because it was the only non-commercial or government building constructed with stone. The All Saints Church stood here, and I suppose that little platform there was or housed the bell. There's some long timbers there. I wonder where they came from. I wonder what that was. Some sort of part of an instrument, I'd say. Old style tube patch. Would have been a flash car in its day. A big block. We're heading up to the Historical Farina cemetery. A lot of grave markers there. "12 years, 9 months. Poor little devil. A poor family. "9 years and 3 months. Nice view down Farina from the cemetery. This is the old Farina cricket ground. Now just here they had reversing triangles so they could turn the engine around. Another reversing triangle was here. This is where they would have loaded and unloaded the stock. $2 sitting on the ground. It's like an ore wagon. That's the old water tower they would have filled the steam engines from. Farina Station. And the standpipe for filling the engines. It must have been supplied with refreshments at this siding. Have a look at the empty bottles. I presume this is where they emptied the ash from the engine. There's still sleepers along here from the old line, the old Ghan line. Old insulators. Old bathtub and a bedpost. Given the tight budget the Great Northern Railway was built on, as soon as the line was opened, labourers had to be employed to maintain each length of the track, and so gangs of 2 to 3 men called fettlers or packers were employed, supervised by a ganger who reported to a district foreman. These gangs were housed in cottages like this one, sited at intervals between 10 to 20 miles from Ghan to Alice Springs. Sometimes there were 2 gangs at a given location responsible for several miles of track to the north and south of the station. The Ochre Cliff's just to the north of Lyndhurst. There's Lyndhurst from the northern end.
Might get a help now. We're going to see what we can find out. I think this bloke makes sculptures.
We're going to visit Alf, who makes carvings from talc. Talc Alf.
Sounds like a sniper.
Talc Alf. Go and see what his art's all about, eh? Nice little shack on the hill.
There's a camel yard there, Megsy.
Done a good job with this art. And a big backdrop. A ripping little house. This area we're passing through at the moment is Lay Creek coalfield, or Lee Creek as it's pronounced. I've moved a lot of ore out here in these coalfields, which is on the eastern side of the Edna track. About 5 k's north of Copley. There's Copley coming into view now. There's the old Copley siding for the old Ghan rower line, which used to run through here some time ago. The old dunnies. Good to see it's still standing. A bit of a shunting yard here. Old sign could do with a makeover. There's a pub in the background. That's the old Copley General Store. Unfortunately, it's not open anymore. This grand old building here, Copley pub, still open. The rail crosswalk. We're leaving Copley, heading into the northern part of the Flinders Ranges. Going to stop at Arkaroola and have a look around. And it's good to be off that tar again. Here we are at Lee Creek. Got to make this crossing a few times on here. Windmill. How long he is, but look at it. Got solar on there. Solar pump down the middle. Depot Springs Station.
I reckon she'll be a little warm out here in summer. Flies flapping their wings might keep you cool. Goats on the left. Yes, I agree. Need a man from Snowy River to muster in.
Amazing the sight to see when you come over a hill, a lot of those hills.
A bus, we just passed a bus.
The outsell. Farina-Arkaroola's on the other side of that. From Creek. Nice shady trees. What a nice place for a homestead. Northern Flinders Ranges. This car's trying to tell me something. You spend that much time looking at the dash at alarms, you're bound to have an accident. So we're now in the Ghan Ranges National Park. So these hills you see around are the Ghan Ranges. We're coming into Lyndhurst Gorge. Peach Springs Creek. Interesting name. This will be the gorge they're talking about. Isn't that something? There's big palms growing in there too. Wow. And there was a windmill here. Oh, the head's still up there, but it's missing all the blades. Creek. Set up camp. Oh, it's to the south of Arkaroola, out of the national park, because well, there is camping. You can't have a fire in the national park. So anyway, you probably won't have a fire anyway. It's good to have that option when you're cooking tea. So I'm just going for a stroll around in the bush to see what's around, see if there's any animal life or whatever. Beautiful hills all around here. Try and get a bit of a sunset on the hills behind me there. See what happens, eh? Anyway, we'll go for a walk, see what we find. Just heading over yonder to see what that white part of the hill is over there. See if there's something shining out this way. We'll go and have a look at that, eh? Yeah, that's a cool drink bottle. What do you suppose it'll be doing out here in the middle of nowhere? Let's have a look at it, eh? Got a bit of dirt on it. Nothing written on it. Trying to think, it's got dimples all the way around the side of it. Nothing written at all. How would it get out here? Wouldn't roll because there's too many rocks. Somebody must have driven out here. Gone for a walk like me and dropped it. See something out of the corner of my eye, and it's a kangaroo and a joey by the look of it. They're looking at me and I'm looking at them. Another couple of roos out yonder. Time to head back to the ute. My shadow's getting very long. Pretty hard base on this creek. That little birdie's got a nest in the tree. A bit high for me to reach to have a look. Anyway, I'll leave them be. Graham and Meg's made some bread in the camp oven. It's come up a treat. Look at that. Just as good as any bakery you've been to. Bloody good stuff. Well done.